it's a theoretically based, a theory based subject, and when you're actually in practice doing work experience, it's very, very different. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faizah and I am your legal auntie. I am a lifestyle babe, okay? And today I've got a very quick video with just 5 tips on how you can kind of navigate the legal industry while having poor A-level grades. My A-levels were really bad. Really bad. I can laugh now, but at the time I was not laughing. They're quite bad. But obviously I'm here now, I'm qualified, and I'm working alongside people who trained at some of the best firms in the country. So it's doable, it is definitely possible. You just have to really want it and get your head down. So these are my 5 tips on what you could potentially put in place, things that you can start doing in order to ensure that you get to where you want to be. They're not gospel, they're just things that I found helpful. So, you know, if you like, take them on board. If you like, don't tickets. Literally, it's just some tips that I think might be helpful for you to use if you're in this boat. So the first thing is really on par with my last video, work experience. It's so important to get work experience because that is where you will start to first and foremost know if you even want to be a lawyer. Secondly, you'll be able to kind of see what it's like and learn practical skills. So when you're kind of like studying and doing your law degrees and stuff like that, they're not really practical, they're theoretical courses. And so I can't really say most of what I've learned I've ever actually used. Maybe like family law, I definitely used that at one point, but it's a theoretically based, a theory based subject, and when you're actually in practice doing work experience, it's very different. And so you definitely should get some work experience. It's going to be hard, guys, it is hard, but you can definitely get it. If you like in your lifetime, before you really get into, you know, your career, if you've done like 1 or 2 work experience placements, you should really know if you want to do it or not. And it's a great place to start. Secondly, what is the reason? So you need to really know why you got the grades that you got. So I know, for example, that I was working at the same time as studying, and therefore I wasn't really taking study seriously. It's not that I wasn't taking it seriously, but I didn't give it as much time as it really needed. I had to work, it literally was just something I had to do. So yeah, I didn't really have that balance quite correct. It still worked out in the end, of course, went to uni anyway, but it definitely would have been an easier ride in the sense of I don't think I would have had as much pushback from applications and stuff like that had I had better A-level grades. So you need to have that reason, what caused your grades to be so poor. You need to have that in your mind, because when you go for interviews, you will be asked, okay? You will be asked why your grades are so poor. Once you get to a particular stage, your A-levels don't matter anymore. So, well, they're never brought up once you get to a certain stage. So it is important to just know why you got those grades, because you will be asked, and you don't want to be sitting in interview going, what had happened, what, like, you don't want to be doing that. You want to know, like, listen, this is the situation, and you have to be frank about it. This is the situation. It isn't a true reflection on what I'm capable of. This is just kind of like a blip in the record as such. But you need to be able to say it without kind of stuttering, and not for people who stutter, obviously they will stutter, but I mean without kind of being like in and ahhing because you're not sure why you got the grades, or you haven't taken the time to formulate your answer. Third point is, or third tip is, networking. I can't stress how important networking is. A lot of the vacancies that we see online, you know, yes, okay, they're there, but not every single vacancy gets posted online. And so the more people you know within the industry, the more people who know that you're out there, you're looking for work, they might, you know, be able to, if they hear something, they'll be like, oh yeah, I know that this so-and-so is recruiting, send me your CV, send me your cover letter, and I'll pass it on. That is the power of networking. That is the power of, it's not about whatever. That's the power of who you know, okay? That is the power of it, and it's really important. I can't stress it enough how important it is. get out there, speak to people who are in the field that you want to be in, speak to your peers, speak to the people who kind of like are above you in the terms of the stage of their career. Very, very important. Don't be shy. Like, what's the saying? Is it quiet mouths don't get fed, or what? Don't ask, don't get, to be honest. That's literally it. You have to put yourself out there. You know, it does go against a lot of people's nature. For me, for example, it's not easy for me just to come out and be like, yeah, so I need this, can you help? But you really do have to come out of your comfort zone and try and ask people. Fourth tip is commercial awareness. You have to be commercially aware. Now, I know that this phrase is raised a lot of the time and loads of people talk about it, but no one really knows what it is. But they say, oh, we need you to be commercially aware. In my understanding of commercial awareness is literally being aware of the things that go on around you. So being aware of the business decisions that are being made in companies that are crucial to the industry in which you want to work. So if you're trying to be in like oil and gas, you need to know what the top 5 oil and gas companies are doing, what decisions they're making, what can affect their share prices. You need to know this type of stuff if that's what you're interested in. If you're looking at kind of family law type of stuff, you need to know, has legislation changed? What is the court process? What's happening in case law? You know, what precedents have been set? You need to know this kind of stuff. So that's what I mean when I personally say commercial awareness. So I work in the insurance industry, so I do need to know what's kind of going on in the insurance world. Your commercial awareness will never stop. It's not something that you stop once you get your job. You have to keep going. You have to be on the ball. You have to know what's going on, unfortunately. And even down to decisions that are being made by the government, you need to know those kind of things, not just the things that come up on like ITV News. No, no disrespect to ITV News, but you need to know more than the average Joe, because this is something that you are trying to be invested in, and so you do have to know. So it is important to be commercially aware. Things that I've done to improve my commercial awareness, things like signing up for, what's that thing called? So BBC News, the alerts come to my phone. Apple News, that comes onto my my Mac. What else? Yahoo Finance, very, very good to know about share prices. If you see a share price has dropped, what I would then tend to do is go and Google the company and see what's been happening. Has something happened? What has caused that drop in share price? What else can you do? Follow people that you know are into law. Okay, follow people that you know who are lawyers, who will be tweeting or, you know, posting about this type of stuff. That will help you a lot, for sure. And do your reading as well. Like just read around the subject. There are loads of outlets that are there that do talk about news, and some will post in different manners. So just look at which writing style serves you best, and then you'll definitely be comfortable reading it. And then the final tip is just being really open-minded and being determined. Now, it might sound like, oh, she's gone with the cheese, but it is actually really important to be open-minded, because you might think, yes, this is the role that I want, but then you get offered a role that isn't quite what you want, but that job can potentially take you to the role that you want to be in. So that is why I say be open-minded. Don't have that tunnel vision in terms of your career. Think about the things that can lead you, the steps that can get you to where you want to be, because that is what creates the journey, that is what creates the story. So definitely be open-minded to different opportunities. And the determination part is kind of there to kind of encourage you when you do get rejections, because you will get rejections. At the end of the day, if you don't have A and 2 B's and you submit an application, your chances of being rejected faster are a lot higher than someone who did meet the grade requirements. So you will get rejected, but it only takes one vacancy to be for you. It only takes one person to read your application and think, do you know what, I'm going to give this person a shot. I want to hear what this person has to say. So you know, be open-minded. People are making 40 applications and only getting 2 interviews, but one of those 2 interviews could lead you to the role that you will eventually take and will get you up to where you want to be. So open-mindedness, determination, extremely, extremely important. I can't stress it enough. You know, feeling down and feeling, you know, quite pessimistic about things is entirely normal, but you have to be able to kind of pick yourself up and say, do you know what, I'm gonna keep trying, because this is something that I want really, really badly. So yeah, keep going, keep it up. you will definitely get there. Again, in the comments, message me. I had loads of messages from my last video, you know, people just wanting to talk. That's all it takes sometimes, you know. Like, when I remember when I was at this stage, I would ask the same question to loads of different people. They never gave me a different answer, but it was just nice to hear it sometimes, to hear someone saying it. So, you know, message me if you need to. And yeah, we'll get you there. There are some really, really cool people who are doing a lot in kind of like the legal industry to kind of get young aspiring lawyers up there. So I'll put their names in the description box below so that you guys can tap in and get into contact. And if you are on Clubhouse, do follow me and follow the people that I will mention below, because they are putting on some fantastic rooms that will give you that reassurance that you need and will give you the information that you need as well. So yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful, and yeah, stay in touch and I will see you in my next video. Peace. Bye guys.